Good morning, Solomon Schechter. I'm Sophia Richter, and this is the Schechter Scuttlebutt Sophia Style.
Schechter Scuttlebutt Sophia Style.
Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, and we're outside to celebrate the Native American Sohcahtoa. What? Sohcahtoa is not a Native American. Oh. So I guess today we're going to figure out what Sohcahtoa is. Off to you, Sophia. Estella, what is Sohcahtoa? I don't know. What is Sohcahtoa?
Sohcahtoa was an Indian chief back in the tribe of Sohcahtoa.
Sabe que es Sohcahtoa?
Sohcahtoa. Sohcahtoa. No sé lo que es.
He doesn't know. Sohcahtoa.
An Indian chief. The question was, what is that? What is Sohcahtoa? Sohcahtoa was an Indian chief. He created the... It makes sense
it's sine equals opposite over hypotenuse.
Ben, don't try to be smart here. Don't try to be smart here.
And tangent equals opposite over hypotenuse.
Krug, what is Sohcahtoa?
It's the acronym for sine, cosine, and tangent.
Woo! Do you guys know what Sohcahtoa is?
Yes.
Guess what is it?
It is sine opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent adjacent. Opposite over. Tangent, yeah, opposite over.
So, I've come to the conclusion that Sohcahtoa is an acronym for the trigonometric principle of how to find the angle measures or side lengths of a right triangle. Three ways to do this are by using sine, cosine, and tangent. The acronym Sohcahtoa is just a way to remember how to do these things. To find the sine of an angle, you put the side length opposite the indicated angle over the length of the hypotenuse. To find the cosine, you put the length of the side adjacent to the angle over the hypotenuse. And to find the tangent, you put the length of the side opposite the angle over the length of the side adjacent to it. Let's try some examples. So here is our indicated angle, angle A. This is the side opposite to it, the side adjacent to it, and the hypotenuse. So we already have the lengths of the opposite side and the adjacent side, but we're missing the length of the hypotenuse. So because this is a right triangle, we can Pythagorean Theorem it. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we can do 3 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. 9 plus 16 equals x squared. 25 equals x squared. Then square root it, and x equals 5. So, now that we have the lengths of all our sides, we can now find the sine of angle A. So remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it'll be 4, which is the opposite side, over 5. So that's the sine of angle A. Next, let's find the cosine of angle A. And cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So here's the adjacent side, so it would be 3 over 5. Next, let's find the tangent of angle A. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So 4 over 3. And there you go. Now that we know how to find sine, cosine, and tangent, we can now find angle measures and side length measures. So before you start, you always want to make sure that the mode of your calculator is in degrees. And then you can begin. So, over here, for angle A, it looks like we have the opposite side and the adjacent side. So, out of sine, cosine, and tangent, which one has opposite and adjacent? Tangent! So, we are going to use tangent to find the angle measure. So, the tangent of angle A is 4 over 3, because opposite over adjacent. Then, you're going to multiply each side by tan negative 1. Whenever you're trying to find an angle measure, you're going to use either sine negative 1 cosine -1, or tangent -1, because it's kind of like the multiplicative inverse of each. So then you're going to get A equals tan -1 times 4/3. So the measure of angle A is going to be 59.13 degrees. Now we're going to figure out how to find the length of a side. So here we're going to find the length of side SR. So here we're given the opposite and the hypotenuse, which is what we're going to find. So which one has opposite and hypotenuse out of sine, cosine, and tangent? Sine, opposite, and hypotenuse. So we're given the angle measure of angle S, which is 30 degrees. We're going to do sine of 30 equals 6/x. Sine 30 over 1, because then we're going to do the cross product. And so 6 equals sine 30 times x. Then we're going to divide by sine 30. And you're going to get x equals 6 over sine 30. And then ultimately, x equals 12. Because you're going to divide by sine 30. And there you go. So this side length is 12. And there you go. That's Sohcahtoa, guys. And from all of us here at Dr. Scuttlebutt Sophia Style, thanks for watching! Sohcahtoa. Not a Native American?
I thought you were talking to someone. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? Go.
Wait, okay. That means go? You look like a moose, you're like... Oh, kid. So you can get in trouble, you're eating outside of the cafeteria. I can't go yet? Oh! Can't be in it. We're filming. Hi, guys. I saw this already.
What do I have to do?
Answer a question.
Okay, good.
Should I ask it in Spanish or
Pregúntamelo en español.
how do you conjugate saber?
Sabe.
Wait.
Nope. Okay. Sohcahtoa. Do you know what Sohcahtoa is? Yeah. Okay. Time to go.
Go.
Okay. What is Sohcahtoa?
Sine, cosine, and hypotenuse, and all of those thingamajiggies. And even though I grew up in Australia, I knew that. Even though it's an American Indian name.
American Indian.
There we go. You're impressed?